So what you're saying is that they really need to invest in the relationship.
Yeah.
And dare to think, really need to invest in the relationship.
Yeah.
And dare to think of themselves as being selfish.
They have to think of themselves as a man and a woman and remember why they actually broke up the other families. That was because there was an attraction and they wanted to create another relationship. And very often what happens is because of the dynamics takes over and they over-identify as a parent, they lose sight of the new relationship. And then all the troubles start again. They then start maybe wondering, did I do the wrong thing, breaking up the
fear of failure is huge.
Fear of having failure again. That insecurity feeds back into the children who begin to feel, well, it's not going very well with this new partner who is still a stranger. So maybe there's a hope that mom and dad are going to come back together.
Or maybe relationships just are too difficult. They never work.
Yeah.
Is what they can say. Maybe we should not think about long-term relationships. Maybe we'll just have fun and that's it.
Another crucially important thing for a new couple who are coming together with maybe children coming back in from both sides or from one side only, is that they have to acknowledge that they do not live in the same world. They do not come in seeing the situation in the same way. If there is a partner who is a parent and the new partner or the other partner is not a parent, that is two different worlds. Being a parent and a non-parent is not the same, and to learn to acknowledge, to understand and be curious about the differences is an important thing. If there are two parents coming in, they both have children from previous relationships, there will be the difference between parenting skills and parenting attitudes that have been in the old families that now has to blend into this new family. So when all the children are together, the two new partners will find suddenly and very fast that what used to be the normal rituals and behaviors in their family is not the same rituals and behaviors in this. And they have to find a third way that reflects this new family coming together. And that this is all falling back on the partners to negotiate about this.
So it's even more demanding on expressing your expectations that we very often don't say anything about. We just come in with many, many expectations.
I mean, yeah, that's true. And the other thing classically is that the different positions, the biological parent often feels pulled apart, stretched in all directions.
Crucified.
And the non-biological parent often feels, how can I get in? There isn't a place for me. What's my status? What's my role? And the forces of the children, which we say become too powerful, will exploit that. And at the same time, the child has that power to exploit that difference which the adults are not handling, and at the same time is often carrying messages from the one biological parent to the other one. And that it's not good for them because it turns them into little, Tony Parsons says, little ambassadors. They learn manipulation. So it really needs the goodwill and understanding of all the parents, or all the partners. And in that, whilst we don't want to give the message that you shouldn't be considering the children, you have to understand what the developmental needs of the children are at that time, whilst not getting lost in the children and then dropping the new relationship. That's the skill of it. And that's really difficult.
Very difficult. Very often when there is a new relationship, it has started off from a falling in love. There has been a love affair. With all the normal expectations of a love affair, we're going to start all over, it's going to be different this time. We want time to be romantic partners again. But with the stepfamily situation, it very, very fast goes away. And it feels like you're just back with not only as bad a situation as you've just left, but almost more complicated and you still haven't got the new life that you so much hope, because you haven't had a chance to actually establish the relationship with your new partner as lovers and as just a couple. Yeah. So the couple often get completely lost very early on. Yeah. That's one of the biggest problems that maybe couples come in with.
So a level of compassion is really needed for the
Yeah.
enormous complexity
Yeah.
and being humble in the sense
Yeah.
in approaching that it really will be complex to make this work.
Yeah. I mean, you know, there's a positive side to it as well, because if it all goes well and all the adults are playing their roles, because one adult putting it in will can scupper the whole thing. But if all adults are playing their roles, the child has multiple role models to draw on, and one partner can perhaps provide something that others can't. You know.
And relationships between the step parents can develop over time and become a real asset into the children's life.
I'm glad to hear that.